Okay. Just a heads up, my audio got screwed up during the recording of this one, so it's just going to be post-commentary. Welcome back to Metroid Prime 4. Last time we got the power turned back on in Tower 2. So now all that is left for us to do is to make our way to Tower number 3 and secure this last key. Clear that real quick, 1 second. Alright, now that's dealt with. There's a expansion we can pick up in here, so we're going to take care of that first. Come up here. Got this control panel here that activates a maintenance tank elevator. Go ahead and give that a press. Turn on this elevator down here. And it's just a simple matter of getting past the electric wells here. There is a power-up that we can get later on that makes this a little bit easier, but not so much easier that it's really worth waiting that long. I've been having trouble running out of missiles so far in this playthrough, so I figured just go ahead and get this out of the way. And you see there, I only got hit for like half a second tops without the extra power up. Let's try to get some ammo back here. Missiles. Tower 3. Viola suit upgrade system adds heat resistance feature to the Viola suit. That's something that would be useful, but unfortunately we can't activate the spinner right now, so we'll have to come back for that later. Download the map, and you would think from the size of the third tower that there's a lot of garbage we're going to have to go through to get to the bottom. It's actually not that big on the inside. Most of it is tracks that are designed to help you get familiar with the controls of the Viola bike. Consider right here you got 3 separate test circuits that you have to go through, and then at the bottom is the certifications. You just got to clear the tracks, get to the bottom, and we'll be able to get that key.
Dantaline is an acute and cast massatan viscera. Suscanet telenitek sakani chakasta. Nasaten de la shatek zahet salam. Nista la shen, nana shates la sen kashenitan, alas viola la jatin, ascanataleth zahet.
First trial is basically just going over how to control the movement of the bike. Simple course, complete full lap in under 50 seconds. It's not hard to do. Absolute worst you're going to have to deal with is getting around the turns, which isn't too hard. You can press the left trigger or left bumper to brake and do a drift, or slide to turn sharper. It's not necessary in this. I don't do that a single time during this trial, and I clear it with about 10 seconds to spare. Trial number 2, they teach you about the boost that the Viola has. The bar in the bottom right corner next to your speedometer will fill up slowly as you drive, or you can pick up the purple energy cells that are along the track to recharge it instantly. Just hit B, boost right through it, it'll damage any enemies that are in front of you. Additional function on the boost is the power slide. Hit B again right after you boost. You get a wide, almost like an energy blade in front of the Viola. Will take out enemies in front of you. It is pretty wide, but not so much that you can just use it whenever and get the job done. You see there I missed one on the first set of barriers. Go, circuit 1 completed. Back on the elevator, it'll take us down to the next one. Alright, combat training. These things are in fact equipped with weaponry besides the boost and the boost slide, power slide, whatever you want to call it. You can still access the psychic visor and scan things as you're going along. And the Viola has a homing projectile. Hold the button for a second, it'll lock on and shoot. Once you got the targeting reticle on the enemy, you just have to let go of the button. It's not anything super advanced. This one is a little problematic because it likes to boost ahead. Just catch up to it with your own boost so that you can lock on. It's after 3 hits, it's destroyed. And then trial number 3, use the multi-function targetality. You can lock on to, I want to say, like 6 or 7 different enemies with the Viola's projectile at a time. More or less the same as the last one. First one just stays right in front of you. Second one boosts ahead. You got to catch up to it with your own boost. The third one, the targets will circle around it, like it does right here, and it throws off the aim of the projectile. I had a really hard time getting it the first time I played this because I didn't quite understand the boost function and all that. Once you got a hang of it, though, it's not too difficult. Final test track is just more of the combat training. It's basically putting everything that you've already learned together. Eliminate the first wave of attack targets. You got these. It's like similar to the maintenance tanks that we've been fighting throughout the Volt Forge. They just fall along the track. Simple to deal with, just lock on and fire your shots. It takes about 3, maybe 4 shots to kill them. The only real issue with it is that you can't easily target them unless they're in front of you. So you do have to wait for them to get past you. If they end up going behind you, it just adds more time on to how long it takes to complete this. Second set of targets are these flyers. I knock them down with a projectile. You don't have to boost in order to kill them. As long as you run into them while they're on the ground, they'll be destroyed, and you can take them down with a sufficient number of projectile hits. But I like to use the boost and the power slide just because it gives you a wider area to hit them with. And then final wave, it's just 2 of the roller robots and 2 of the flyers. Flyers will actually attack you during this, and the roller ones will also attack. You can't take damage during this trial, so you're not really in danger of dying or having to start over again. It does throw off your aim a little bit, though, and make it a little bit harder to deal with them when you're getting hit. And that's third trial completed. Back on the elevator, take us down to the certification office. I'm going to go ahead and save here. Alright, save complete. Let's give this room a quick look. 3D laser scanner, performs quality check. That hole in the back of the room does not look like a good sign. Better look at that once we deal with these maintenance tanks. Really use an upgrade to our firepower right about now, but what we've got is what we got. There's not a whole lot we can do about it. Get some resupply here. Let's see, what's this? Central Data Hub, uplink station for the administration AI, which handles factory operations, as well as final vital of certification. The AI appears to be missing, though, so that can't be good. Tunnels not found in the structural plans. It looks like the AI module went through here, which I can only imagine means good things. Yeah. Ooh. Can't jump that high, so hopefully this is going to have another way out for us. You probably noticed there, scan visor picked up something can be detected with this wall. Shattered by explosive impact, so pop that. Got another one of these psychic containers. And got some more missiles. And this room looks like all kinds of fun. I think we found where the control module went. Let's see what this is. Organic Artificial Intelligence Morphology Zelios, developed by Lamorne to manage Volt Forge's factory and installed in an organic computer. Fusion with a Metroid has made it uncontrollable. Of course there's a fucking Metroid involved with this. Zelios is not too difficult for the most part. The main gimmick is that you have to destroy or damage the core in the center, which you can't do because of the shields around it. He will extend the shields when it attacks. Hit the ones that have the glowing target on it to break open the barrier. Every now and then he'll dive into the ground, create a shockwave, and I believe that pink energy will also harm you if you stand on it. It comes back out, you can get a quick shot in, not always easy to do. This attack here, you just have to actually dodge to the side with the double tap of the jump button. You can't just move out of the way normally. He does that energy wave. You just have to back away. You can also dodge that large energy ball with the morph ball if you have trouble with the dodge mechanic. Overall, even on hard mode, Zelios isn't too difficult, at least in the early phases, just because the barriers will frequently drop missiles and health for you to pick up. These energy spheres can also be destroyed. They don't do a whole lot of damage. The main issue for most of the fight is just going to be that there aren't always going to be a lot of openings to attack him, and he has a lot of health. Especially for how little firepower we have this early on. And I don't claim to be an expert at this game, so maybe there is some technique that you're supposed to be doing that will let you do more damage that I'm not aware of. But with everything that I've seen of the game so far, there's nothing really available this early that lets you do a lot of damage to bosses, besides just charge beam missiles. Sorry, I'm not talking. There's not a whole lot to say with this stage of the fight, because I've pretty much covered everything that he's got access to in his repertoire at this point in the fight. As he gets lower, he will start. Oh yeah, right here. He will start getting new attacks. This one, you can dodge to the side of these energy blasts if you're careful. If you do get hit, though, just turn the morph ball, bomb, and that'll break you out of the snare and give you a chance to back out of his energy wave attack. right here. Maybe they'll dodge the attacks and avoid getting snared. I'll just squeeze one in between his barrier there. When he gets to about half health, he will start shooting out these arcs of electricity. They do a lot of damage, but they can only come out on the spots that you've broken open. Gets to about a third health, he's going to start getting a bit more aggressive. This attack is... I've always had trouble dodging it. The easiest way I can recommend to do it is take a note of which side of his top the energy is charging up at, and dodge in that direction. If it's up and to the left, dodge to the left. The timing is a little tight, but if you can manage it, you'll avoid taking a lot of damage. Finger slipped off the button there and ended up getting hit. Yeah, do not get hit by that shockwave attack. It does... Yeah, it did like a tank and a half of damage here. And the lower he gets, the more aggressive he's going to start getting with these lightning arcs. So really the big challenge of this fight is going to come later on. The lower he gets, the more aggressive he gets. He's going to start filling the arena with a lot more bullshit you have to dodge around. And most of the stuff that he starts whipping out at this stage is going to start doing a lot more damage. He'll also start firing off a lot more waves of each attack, too. Now, I kind of made a mistake here because he only really recovers his barriers after certain attacks. This late in the fight, he doesn't use those attacks as often, and that gives him a lot more opportunity to fire off those arc attacks. And in addition to that, the fewer barriers he has up, the less chance you have to get health and ammo drops off of them. So by knocking off this many barriers this late in the fight, I'm making it harder for myself, and you can see here I almost die just because of how aggressive he's starting to get. As there, I was at 56 health. If he'd gotten another hit in, he probably would have killed me. But Helios is dealt with, which is going to open access to the next key. And, as per usual with these bosses, we get a item out of it. This time it's Psychic Boots. Enable standing on surfaces materialized by the Psychic Visor. Psychic Boots also allow the wearer to jump a second time while airborne. These are effectively this game's stand-in for the space jump boots that we lost at the start. Space jump simple, just jump again while you're in the air. Alrighty, teleporter key number 2 acquired. Gives us a full heal. We can activate these platforms now. And due to our increased jump height now, we can get back out of here. And over here, you notice on the way out, there's a device that we can't do anything with. We need 2 items to do this. We need the ability to pull off covers and the ability to use electricity in order to open up this hatch. We don't have either of those right now, so we can't do anything about it yet. I'm going to go ahead and place a marker here so we know to come back later. And now that we have completed the test circuits and gotten our certification, we can just go straight to the top or bottom. That is about everything we need to do here for this trip to the Vault Forge, so we're going to go ahead and make our way back to the exit. I do not like the sight of all those security drones out there. And So notice on the way back through here, there is something we can pick up. Missile expansion up in that tunnel, along with a bunch of inactive maintenance tanks. So I get off of Viola. You can break the inactive maintenance tanks in the tunnel with charge shot or missiles. You don't have to, it just makes it easier to maneuver. You notice there's a control beam panel inside. So we'll just activate that. That will deactivate the barrier in the way of the missile expansion. And get some more ammo. And just calling that good for now. When we pick up, we will be leaving the Vault Forge and seeing about finding our next key. See you then.